Yo, what is up, PPL fans? Shadi, your coach of Bayern Munich, and welcome to PPL Season 5, Week 3 team analysis. As you can tell, Shit Mike Shadi is back. My new PX21 kinda sorta broke. So another week with a shit mic. Next week I will have another new one, and then I'm gonna add myself, and then everything's gonna be great. But, yeah, that's just that, so you don't wonder why I sound like a fucking pilot again. So, as I said, did I say that? I don't think I said it. We're up against Jack, Better Jack, and his Electrosums 252, and his Melbourne Victory Star. I'm all over the place. He just got promoted to D1. He's a very good player. I've known him for ages, ever since the good old Done Deal days. Infinite server, you know, the people that were around the time, you know what I mean. And he's been there since D2 Season 1. So since Season 2 of PPL technically. And he just got promoted. He always did very well in D2, so I'm excited to play him. Definitely a good player. He gave Joel the fucking run for his money last week, and definitely no one to underestimate. So that's pretty much all I have to say. We lost last week, so we gotta win now, and let's just get into teams. So my team is the same as last week, with Matchup and Gileli over the Komala I had week 1. And his team is Tapu Bulu, Heatran, Scizor, Heliolisk, Latios, Silvally, Taurus, Lantern, Ninetales with Drought, and Victory Bell. So Bulu, Latios, and Silvally being his offensive Z-move, his Z-move users, with Silvally being the super Z-move user. So it's a very scary team. It's a very odd team, as he's like pseudo Sun team. I guess it's a Sun team. But yeah, he has the Bulu, the Bulu Trancore, and then the Scizor as well, Trancore, or whatever you want to call it. Latios is a giant threat to my team. As I mentioned last week, Latios was already a huge problem, so that's gonna be fun. I don't expect Sun because I have a Zard. I don't think there's much he would want Sun for. It just seems a bit unnecessary, I guess. I don't have anything for Taurus. I don't. Destroys my team. Bulu is a threat, of course. Silvally is a huge annoyance, and that's pretty much all there is. Heatran is definitely also a threat or an annoyance, depending on what set he is. And yeah, so a couple things. I think he has to bring one Scuffer, and that might be Latios, that might be Taurus, that might be something else. And I also think that he has to bring, well, I kind of think, I'm not exactly sure, but I think if he doesn't want to lose to Medicham, because he has nothing to his entire team, even Scarf, he needs a Psychic type or Ghost type Silvally, so that would help him with that. If he doesn't bring that, and I'm not bringing Medicham, I'm going to be very upset, but, you know, whatever. So yeah, that's that. And if he wants anything to deal with Zard defensively, he might bring like a Rock type Silvally. I can definitely see that. Maybe Ground type or something like that. But yeah, that's basically that. Zardex just kind of destroys his team. He also doesn't have a Rock Resist. He has some suboptimal speed tiers, I guess, because his fastest thing is Latios. And his only stealth rocker is Heatran, so there are a couple flaws there on his team that I can definitely exploit to some extent. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Let's just get into the team. So in the first one we'll bring it is, of course, as you can see, Dragoneel, the Mega Zard X with the Charizard, Tough Claws, of course, Flare Blitz, Earthquake, Dragon Dance, and Roost. Max HP, Impish Nature, 100 Speed F, and 156 Speed. That physical defense vest with that Impish Nature allows me to not get to it, or have a good chance of not getting to it killed by a Scarf Taurus Earthquake. That's a sort of grass terrain. So that's pretty good. In grass terrain, obviously I eat it, and I get recovery back, so that's beautiful. So that's that. The Speed F allows me to take hits from Heliolisk, take hits from Heatran if it's not offensive. I don't get to it killed by a Speed F, by unvested Earth Power, so that's really cool. And I can deal with Victory Bell, I can deal with Ninetales very, very well. I can take a hit from Bulu, any one hit, I can eat that up. Scizor does nothing to me, so basically the only thing that can really damage me really, really well is Latios, and then we have Life of Taurus as an option, and Offensive Heatran as an option. Everything else can't touch Zard. It's so bulky, it can just roost up on a lot of things. The biggest issue I have is T-Wave, obviously, but I think we can work around that. And it also comes down to like what sets he runs, because I don't think a Life Orb Healist makes much sense when I have a Dark Trio just chilling, and it has a pretty good matchup against his team. But we'll see. Zard, Flare Blitz and Earthquake as my two moves, because Latios still takes a ton from a Flare Blitz after a Dragon Dance or two, so that's fine, and I also have ways of weakening that to a point where I don't need Dragon Claw. Balloon Tran obviously hard walls this, but if he brings Balloon Tran, then I have again ways to weaken that or get rid of the balloon essentially. Yeah, I wanted Roost this week. I kind of want Dragon Claw, of course, but my removal, as you can see, is not great this week. It's not bringing Finny, which is probably going to throw him off a little bit, because it did throw off some of my mock opponents. And I also just like I beat things by being fat and having a Roost. So I just really like that this week. And Zard has a phenomenal matchup against him. It's absolutely outstanding. I could bring an offensive one, but I love this set. It's so good against this team. Next up, as I said, he has no rock resist. His fat thing is base 110, so obviously Kingsley is coming there. That with the choice band. I think it's not on nerf. Yeah, because it's a hidden ability. I'm running pressure. It doesn't matter. I think I'm running pressure on Wi-Fi. I'm not exactly sure, but we have Kingsley here with the adamant choice band, Stone Edge, Earthquake, Pursuit, and the emergency defog with enough speed to outspeed Latios. Preset Explanatory Earthquake is just a good move against the majority of his team. It allows me to guaranteed Oko Heatran, save Oko and Helios, of course, and just late game I can click that and win with that. Pursuit is there for the Latios and generally everything. It can also break the Balloon and Heatran if necessary. I don't think that's going to be a thing that's happening, but you know, the option is there, and that's pretty much it. Arrow is just one of my biggest win cons, as I can just click Stone Edge, and if I hit, I probably won't, but you know, in theory, if I were to hit a Stone Edge, something is pretty much dead because everything gets 2-hit killed, barring the aforementioned potential Silver Valley Ground. So that's the reason why he might bring that. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about Aerodactyl. It just kind of shreds the team. I can also take a Bullet Punch from Defensive Scizor. That's really cool, so I can risk that play, expecting him to U-turn Zard later on in the match if that's a possibility. Get huge damage off, as he probably U-turns, and then I'm fine. So that's that. Next up, I wanted something to help me deal with Victory Bell and Deladios, and that is of course Z-Bolt Discounting, making his debut for the season actually, with Assault Vest, Aftermath, Sucker Punch, Poison Jab, Pursuit, and Flamethrower, 68 attack, max special defense, and 188 speed with Jolly Nature. That speed is just for Tapu Bulu, so I can outspeed that thing and just hit it with a Poison Jab, but it also will probably allow me to outspeed the Heatran, though my only way of hitting it is a Sucker Punch, so that doesn't make much difference. So yeah, you can beat the Bulu and just Poison Jab it and make it sad, so that's great. The thing just doesn't get killed by the majority of his team, plus having Aftermath is super duper nice against things like Taurus, super duper nice against things like not Heatran, Scizor, and Tapu Bulu. Maybe even like a DD Latios, which Jolt brought in a mock, so that's pretty much that. The thing is just nice. Flamethrower still has a ton, just as 2 kills, anything that isn't fully Spadef with lefties, I think. Every Scizor, of course. So that's nice. I don't need to risk Fire Blast, and yeah, that's that. Skuntank is just going to be there to kind of help me with some of his offensive threats. Next up, we have the second choice band of the week, Ropa Deductory with the choice band, Arena Trap, of course, Earthquake, Night Slash, Pursuit, and Aerial Ace, 244 attack, 84 HP, and 180 speed with a Jolly Nature, again, to outspeed Latios. The thing is a very good way of revenge killing things like the Heatran, the Scizor even, because I can take a Bullet Punch, the Helios, the Latios. Obviously I can't trap that, but I can Pursuit Trap it if necessary, or just, you know, Night Slashes depending on the situation, or make a ballsy play, you know how it goes. It gives me a good way of revenge killing Silvally, depending on the set. If it's like a rock one that I mentioned, then I can, you know, trap it with this and kill it. Taurus, I can revenge kill it after some chip damage, which I will get into. I will have chip damage on it, hopefully. If he brings Lantern or Ninetales or Victory Bell, I can trap those. Victory Bell, of course, outside of the sun, and just knock him out. I don't think he's bringing any of those three. I think everything above that is much more likely and just much better against my team. Basically, Bulu, Heatran, Scizor, Latios, Silvally, and Taurus. The Scizor slot is kind of up in the air, but I think it makes sense, despite me having Zard and Toad and like other things that can deal with it. It's definitely a good bring, just for the priority and whatnot. So yeah, Aerial Ace is to do damage to Bulu. It actually does more than Sludge Bomb. I initially had Z Sludge Bomb, or Sludge Wave actually, but I realized that Bulu isn't a 100% bring against me, so I figured, let's not do that. Let's just bring the safe move that does a little bit more damage to most variants outside of like a Fizz Dev one. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Next up, Raji is here, and Ladios is still a threat, so Raji is a Sugarberry Spreadsheet variant. Ironhead U-turn T with Wish. Max HP 100 Spreadsheet with a Careful Nature and 156 speed, which allows me to outspeed the Bulu guaranteed. And Heatran, because it sorry. I don't think Heatran is gonna be max speed unless it's literally max speed. Like then it hits 141 and then it outspeeds out and Raji, but I don't think he will do that. Just doesn't seem worth it. So the thing is just kind of to be annoying, take hits, help me with Ladios, and just generally help me with his stuff. It also helps me with Taurus, of course, being able to live in Earthquake with the Sugarberry and just T-Wave it, and then just flinch it probably. I don't know. In a mock, I actually just got 13 flinches in a row with Ironhead. I also got a crit in there. That's I think 0.008% chance. So that was cool. I enjoyed that. I didn't calculate that, but I think that's what it was. The thing can live a never-ending nightmare from Ladios. Excuse me, Jesus. With Sugarberry, I can also live to Titanian Rage, which I'm kind of expecting because it hits Skuntank and Raji for a ton of damage, which are about Jesus Christ, which are my two most likely answers. A DD one could also be scary, especially if he's DD with Titanic Rage and maybe a grass move for Toad, or you know, he could be Z Grass Knot or NG Ball, whichever one. Jesus, I'm sorry, but yeah, that's pretty much that. Raji's just there for support. Ironhead 4 flinches and damage. U-turn to break Heatran's air balloon if necessary, and also just get chip damage off on things. T-wave for T-wave and wish for wish. What else do I say? And last but not least, we have Toad Bennington with the Rocky Helmet, Poison Touch, Earth Power, Sludge Bomb, Knockoff, and Stealth Rock. Fizz Def 148 HP, Max Defense, Bolt Nature, and 108 in speed. That speed allows me to speed creep anything I want to speed creep my Finny by 1 point. 2 points? 1 point. That being mainly Heat Red or Bulu. If they're on speed, I think it's going to be for that, and I can outspeed them and hit them hard and kill them. So that's cool. The thing helps me with the Scizor, but mainly the Taurus. With this spread, I have a very small chance of getting 2-hit killed by a Life or Body Slam. Rock Climb 2-hit kills me, but Body Slam is a thing now he can run. It's more accurate. 5 base power difference. I don't think he's going to risk the miss. So that's that. And Toad is just nice. I initially had a Rain Dance variant with just Poison Jab Earthquake, but then I realized defensively I'm just a little too weak to things like Taurus, and just in general having no pivot into things is a little annoying. So this is going to be this is going to allow me to get chip damage off new Taurus with the Rocky Helmet, and then put it in range for Dugtrio / Aerodactyl. Because I get chip damage off on Scizor, chip damage on Bulu, even if I really want to do that, chip damage on a Ladios. So that's all fine and dandy, and yeah, it also like doesn't care about Lantern, which I don't think he's bringing because I don't see what it would do against me. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Earth Power self-explanatory for stab. Sludge Bomb hits the Bulu and almost kills it, I think, depending on the spread it kills. Knockoff for utility and getting rid of Ladios item and hitting it. And also I have Poison Touch over Water Absorb because his water type is Lantern, which again is not coming. So I want Poison Touch so I can get a poison with Knockoff. That's pretty much it. It doesn't make a huge difference, but if I get a poison on something with Knockoff, that's gonna be funny, and I'm gonna be very happy. And something, I mean Ladios. I think it's the only thing. I get Still Valley too. So, yeah. That's pretty much all there is to say about Toad. It's there, it's fat, and it does stuff. And yeah, that's the team. I'm pretty confident in it, but I also am not confident. I think I have the matchup this week, but that doesn't mean anything. Really, it's not like a huge advantage. It's just a decent advantage, in my opinion at least. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm worried, and Jack is a good player, and he's creative, I think. Yeah, so not gonna be an easy match, but I'm gonna do my best to win this game. Mocks were, you know, mixed results, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's it. Tell me what you think of the team. Tell me what you think of the matchup, and how sad you are that I'm too stupid to keep Mike's alive. You know, and yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, leave some nudes. Also check out Jack and all the PPL stuff in the description below, of course, as always. And yeah, hopefully see you guys next time. Goodbye.